was able to take my credit score from 350 to 750. So I had completely crashed out and I had really bad credit. And I basically learned how to do credit repair myself. And I actually literally submitted a bunch of disputes back to back to back until all of my credit bureaus, like, all the negative items were removed. And I also educated myself on how to actually build a good credit report. So I was also building positive payment history, positive credit history simultaneously. And the same year, once I was able to get everything, removed, negative, um, I also started investing into real estate. Okay. And I was able to build up my net worth very fast, very quick by a lot. Okay. And my method was basically is I was purchasing old beat down houses and in good areas though. I'm not really at the end of the day, I don't have time to sit around and buy in a hood that's going to be gentrified possibly in a couple years or in a decade or something. I'm here in the Chicagoland area, and a lot of people were trying to tell me to go invest in the city, and oh, but it's going to get gentrified and this and that. You can get in cheap now. Well, guess what? I'm not trying to wait 5 years. I'm not trying to waste 10 years. Nah, I need to move now. I need to do something, right? So I was going into nicer neighborhoods in the suburbs, and I was purchasing literally beat down houses, really old, nasty, ugly houses. And I remember the first time I did it, literally everyone was against me. They were like, yo, you don't know what you're doing, dude. You're coming from like the corporate world, office job, this and that. You don't know this stuff. You're not handy. You're not this. You're not that. You're not a contractor. You're not a real investor. This is your first property. Da 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 da. I was like, all right, well, I'm hard headed. I guess I'll just show you guys. And it worked out great for me, honestly. Like, and the fact that I was purchasing in nicer areas, um, and typically in these nicer areas, I will say that most people that purchase to like live in their property, they are buying something like, you know, pretty much turnkey. But, in my case, like literally the houses I was going for, there really wasn't that much competition, I guess you could say.